They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not. Honey yard, dash, They slept on the team, now they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the jets, the coast regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey yard, dash. Honey yard, dash. Honey yard, dash. Honey yard, dash. Honey yard, dash.
STRO. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yep.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news. us. Ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be her for your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke. No. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Yellow. There's a line, right? He's trash. Let's go.
Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And it's complete to Kelsey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Kelsey, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends. Attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason. And that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Third down here.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
Running is Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
Down. You're wide at 8. Strong right. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Now Carr. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll turn and give this to McCoy running right. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Yellow.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Here we go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hall. 16 yards, a first down. For these Raiders and quarterback Derek Carr, the Chiefs, they have been their kryptonite in the AFC West. With Derek Carr as a starter, just 2-8 against KC, 2-6 before Mahomes became the starter. Well, the road not likely to get any easier anytime soon. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 23 yards on the play. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Carr now on first down. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Out. Yo, Chief. 29. 52. Hey, you.
To throw again. Carr. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Nick Perry comes flying in for the sack.
But no takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, Chief.
Operating from the gun. Carr. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 22, Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The former first-round pick Shane Ray in on the tackle.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, it told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, 4 down. 24 is the mic.
Mahomes going to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr and Waller taking it in over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down. 2nd year in Oakland for Waller after being signed off the Ravens practice squad, but only 6 catches, 75 yards a season ago. Then he got a lot of hype in the offseason following OTAs. Their offensive coordinator saying, you know, Darren, you have that position. Coach Gruden went as far. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. J.J. Nelson. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Single. 87's mine. I got 87. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 24 is the mark. I got it. Yellow. 24 is the mark. Watch the check.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. There's the first NFL catch for the former Georgia Bulldog, Mecole Hardman. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit. But even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's Mahomes to throw. They shakes him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ja'Kai Polite. He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Let's go, let's go.
Over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. He's got a first down past the 30. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Down. 180.
50. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. So don't say nothing.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. 24th pick in the spring by Oakland was Josh Jacobs. Only rushed for 640 yards last year at Alabama, but when you consider the offensive depth chart they had, it makes it understandable. So young, won't turn 22 until February, and they're really hoping that the veteran presence of 30-year-old Doug Martin can be a guiding light for Jacobs. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
You ain't going nowhere. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Anthony Hitchens, second in the AFC in tackles last year, there to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Chiefs 49.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the eye.
On second down, Jacobs. Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
24's the mic.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
24's the
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Being chased out left. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 44 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to McCoy. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Yellow. There's a water, right? 50.
Watch the slat. Watch the slat.
There's ice.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Williams. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
Now, 180. 180, we're good. 180.
On 2nd down, this is Cannon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Now, 185.
Watch the run.
On 3rd down, Turner. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On first down, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Wide open receiver complete. The catch and run good for 24 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Flushed out right. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And out across midfield down to the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
It's now second and 10.
Yellow. Cargo Will Amy. I got him. Attack. Mike 50.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe it.
Now it's Mahomes again. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. Third and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Third and long, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
43, 15.
Exit. And 58 is the mic. Boy, 58 is the mic. You don't know no better. 58, right over there.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. He is going to find Hill here. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. As a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The game is 2nd and 10.
Stand situation. Let's go.
Hey, Ridley.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mahomes, incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
35's the mic.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Mike, 58, right there. Smoke, win championships, baby. 58, come on. 58.
Now Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
At the 12-yard line.
Monday, down. You ready?
52's the mic. We ain't giving them nothing to do. Kill.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd and 7.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
all runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
You got nothing.
Now a give right side. It's Turner, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the two-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And the Raiders have got him.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Oakland, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.